Hello and welcome to what was meant to be a draft to glory, but I did a few tests on my main account and it turns out I'm not very good at this game. So it's now changed to a very bad road to glory. What is the goal here? Well, I'm trying to do everything opposite to what I would normally do on my normal account. So, for example, my normal account, I have a Premier League team. I want to try and build something different, take a different direction with it. And we got off to a great start by choosing Premier League starter team. So that went well, didn't it? Can you see why it's called a very bad road to glory? Yeah, exactly. And when we managed to complete our first set of objectives, we obviously get a foundation player. Can you guess who I picked? Because it wasn't Endo, it was Stanisic. Completely opposite league. And you see why it's a very bad road to glory? Now, don't worry, we will be doing a draft in today's episode. But we need to get some stars from moments. Now, I thought Foot Draft Token Pack was 10 stars. And when I got the 10 stars, I ended up completely buying the wrong thing and buying a premium gold pack for 1 star. Now, that doesn't matter because turns out the draft token pack is actually 25 stars. So I'm going to have to sit here and grind a few more. Now that we have the stars, it is time to buy token and then we can enter the draft. And for me, the draft is about if you get the formation you're most comfortable with, you'll do well. That formation for me is the 4-2-3-1. Second variation, I think, the one with the wingers or the wide midfielders. And we did get a 4-2-3-1 variant, but not the one that I wanted. And I don't know if that formation is any good. However, I do know a little bit about the 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation, and I thought, used it before, I did okay with it, let's try it again. And so that's what I went with. Now, this draft went insanely well. As in, we had Eto up front, we had Butragueno up front. That strike force is absolutely ridiculous. Just as I thought it couldn't get any better, we ended up getting Rude Hullet at cam. And then our left centre mid choice was a little bit iffy, but our right centre mid choice, we got Bombmatic. Crazy. And then as we got further down the team, we ended up getting no one above 80 pace, which is shocking. It was kind of like we blew all of our budget at the top and it wasn't looking great. And it really wasn't looking good until about the 4th reserve pick in, which is when we got a random Pele in the mix. Of course, I had to choose Pele. You can't not choose Pele. Now we have 4 icons in the team because we dropped Rude Hullet back and played Pele at cam. And that front 5 from the 2 CMs upwards was absolutely mental. And if that wasn't enough, our second pick on the subs bench, we ended up getting Zico, who doesn't even make it into the team. And then the rest of the picks from there were a little bit questionable. And that was all she wrote for the team. Now, I'm not going to lie to you here. When it comes to doing the tactics on this team, I did go to TikTok because I'm not clued up enough on what each of the roles do yet, if we're being honest. All I know is the 2 attackers needed to be on advanced forward. And we also needed our cam on shadow strike. Our 2 centre midfielders, I left at box to box and balance. And then all I changed from there was 2 fullbacks to fullback defend, making sure that the build-up style was balanced and not on short passing like it is by default. And now we're ready for the game. Now, the guy we come up against had an okay team, but ours was slightly better, but he had Maradona. Now, I want that Maradona drug tested because I was filming this on a Monday. So God knows what Maradona's been up to over the weekend. I have a slight suspicion that's why I want him drug tested. Because in just 7 minutes, Maradona found himself inside the box and absolutely ripped my defenders apart. I could not stop him for the life of me, and he finesses it into the top corner of the goal. It was nuts. But it doesn't stop there, because we're just 9 minutes into the game, so 2 minutes after the last goal. My defence is nowhere to be seen, and Raul gets second. And then moments later, just off the kickoff, it feels like we've only just touched the ball properly, because Pele bags one in the top corner and making the score 2-1. Were we possibly on a comeback? And yes, we were, because just 2 minutes later, the score was 2-2. Butragueno gets his goal. 4 goals in 13 minutes in a game is absolutely ridiculous. ridiculous. And then just 6 minutes later, Maradona again absolutely ruins the defender for pace. Bearing in mind, we have a couple of trucks in defence, slow as anything, against a ridiculously fast player with technical plus. And he manages to find himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he does bag another goal, making it 3-2. And it really wasn't long before Maradona was in again, and he does sweat it to Nakata, who then gets his 4th goal, making the score 4-2. And then straight from kickoff, Butragueno finds himself coming into the 18-yard box when he does a low driven, and in the back of the net it goes. And then in the 35th minute, as we intercept a pass, we go on the absolute counter-attack, which is where Ruud Gullit finds Eto'o, and Eto'o dribbles round right back and sticking it past the goalkeeper into the goal, making it 4-4. And maybe that's it for the first half for goals. 8 goals in the first half is ridiculous, but no, it doesn't stop there. The bane of my existence. Maradona somehow finds his way past my whole team again and just sticks it in the top corner like my keeper isn't even there, making it 5-4. But it doesn't stop there again, because as the halftime whistle is on the approach, again we find Maradona on the edge of the box. And this is why I want him drug tested, as he wraps his wanderer left foot round the ball and smashes it into the top corner from a sliding position, by the way, which is actually how the first half ends. And with Maradona bagging more goals than I know women, the second half can't go on like this, can it? But bang, yes it can, because the game actually ended 11-7. Now, I haven't seen a score that high since I watched a game of cricket 7 years ago. And yes, we were knocked out of the first round. Brilliant. And that's why this isn't a draft to glory. And our rewards were pretty pathetic, because we only got 2,500 coins and a gold pack. Now, that gold pack contained absolutely nothing. However, we did complete a fair few objectives. So after claiming those objectives and opening any packs that we did get a Bundesliga player. And helpful, can give Stanisic some chemistry. We could update the team, which wasn't looking too bad. We managed to muster up 21 chemistry using German and Bundesliga players. I ended up trying to complete a few more objectives in renaming our club, which is now called A Bad Road to Glory, and applying a chemistry style / consumable, which means we completed the category club maintenance. And we also managed to get a player pick from that, which is where we did get a German player, a German central defensive midfielder in Stack, but we also got Mateta. And I was torn between the two players. But I ended up going with Mateta because we can bring him on as like a super sub. And as the reward for completing the club maintenance category, we managed to get a consumable pack, which had nothing really in it. And now normally I would go and trade, make some coins before playing any games. But transfer market was actually locked, and we needed to complete a certain category of objectives, which was new beginnings. Now, we'd completed 3 of the 5 objectives. All we needed to do was play 3 squad battles games and make sure one of them was against a featured squad. So we did that dead quickly. Don't worry, I ain't going to show you that. Nothing interesting really happened. I just played them on beginner. And in doing those 3 games, we managed to get a silver pack and a small silver players pack as well. And in completing the category, we get Bruninia, squad foundations card. But yet again, the market was still locked. So I ended up opening my silver packs. And then I thought, well, let's unlock some SBCs then, shall we? We might as well do something with our time. And the starting out SBCs are very easy. The first one, all we have to do is get rid of a bronze player. Fairly easy. And in doing so, we get a silver pack. And it had nothing to help our team other than some coins that we could claim. The second squad was just 2 silver players, which also gave us a silver pack, in which we got nothing in. The third squad was 3 silver players, which is where we got a gold pack. And again, our luck seems to be very terrible. Although the packs that we're getting given aren't very good. We didn't get much other than a guy called Skov Olsen, who would play on the right midfielder spot. And in the final squad of the SBC category, it was just get rid of 4 gold players, which was very easy to do. Which then give us 2 packs, one for completing the category and one for completing the SBC, which was a 2 players pack with 1 rare player. We didn't get anyone good, but we got someone useful. and it was a Bundesliga German player called Rommel. And our second pack was a 2 rare player pack, in being Murphy and Izzy. So not useful really, let's be honest. Now, in sorting out our team and doing the custom tactics that I like, which is advanced forward on the striker, the 2 wide midfielders go on inside forward, but keep them on balance, and the 2 fullbacks being put on fullback, defend, making sure our build-up play is balanced. That's the tactics done for now. I didn't really feel like playing any games after being so humiliated and demotivated and playing the game. So that's where we're going to end the first episode there. So thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you all again for the Road to Glory episode 2.